Hey guys, Kevin here bringing you a brand new video where today I'm here to bring you the video that I promised to you earlier a while ago as I have finally finished the show Stranger Things. And man, this was one hell of a show, I gotta say. It got really interesting and really good at a lot of parts and I really enjoyed it. For a lot of the characters, for what they were and how they developed and everything that happened. I just really thought they ended it the right way, and it was just good. But I mean, there was a couple things that were like, really. But I mean, I'll get into those things though. But overall, I did think it was a really good series, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna keep going with it. Probably, by the looks of it, like at the end, he like coughed up like a worm, and like they made it look like there's still like stuff out there. But man, I thought they made it really cool with the way a lot of characters got like I really started to love especially my man Hopper. Like, who would have thought a police officer would become like such a cool guy? Like most of the time, like in movies and shows, I mean the police officer is like, I don't know, like the antagonist, the one who tries to cover things up or tries to stop you from continuing your investigation, but he wanted to find Will. Like he was committed to doing what he could to get Will back, and he did, which is just like great. It's just like he's this guy who works for the police, and he genuinely cares for the community, and he wants to do what he can to save everybody, to help everybody in that community, including Joyce, who is looking for her son, and they do end up finding him, which is awesome. I mean, there was one thing that I had wrong with that, though. I do gotta say, is the fact that Will got like the most cliche thing ever to happen to him, where it was like he was hiding in that place, and then that place got destroyed, and then he got like kidnapped and like trapped in this place, but not killed. Like that is the most cliche thing ever. I do gotta say. I mean, I'm glad they found him alive and brought him back, but I mean that is the most cliche thing. Like how many movies have had it where the main character could have easily gotten killed by this bad guy, and instead, nope, they just trap them in this place rather than just killing them off, you know, because story reasons. I just felt like that was kind of a cop out way to like, cop out thing to do for him. And then they kill off my girl Barbara. Like, so you're just gonna, oh yeah, well, I mean, screw that side character that we didn't learn much about, but, Will, yeah, we'll keep him around even though he came face to face with this thing. It's just like, it's kind of bruh, but oh well. I mean, I thought it was also really good with the fact that this dude Steve became a real one, I gotta say. Like, he came through. Like, I didn't think he would. I thought he was being all an asshole, not caring about what Nancy had to feel or what she felt about just everything in general. But the truth is, he really did. He was just hanging around a bunch of people that wanted to antagonize her and be mean to her. But I mean, he came through. He did the right thing. He really cared about what she thought, and he helped them in the end, which is I think is an underrated scene that they didn't like quite show enough appreciation for, because I mean Nancy, John, and Chris, and I mean Nancy, John, and Steve, all helped to kill that Demogorgon thing. That doesn't sound like the right name, but anyways, they all helped to kill that Demogorgon thing, and so did Eleven. So they pitched in to kill this thing just as much as Eleven did when she sacrificed her life, which I do think was kind of sad, but I feel like it was. I'm okay with the way it played out. I feel like that was just something that could easily just happen with her, but I mean I'm all right with it just because it was like a trade off. You get these bad things defeated, even though you lose her. Oh well. I mean, you still get Will back, so I was happy for that. But I do gotta say, like this series really just got to me. The only other time was when it was like Mike, Lucas, and Dustin. They were all like transpiring like against Eleven. I don't know about maybe they weren't like really against her. I mean, at the end, they got the way that I wanted them to be, which was trusting that she would help to find Will, and not like calling her a traitor, this and that, saying she's bad or whatever. I mean, like, they just like I just really wish they understood that she was just scared, and I hated the fact that they just would like assume shit on her when she didn't even get to like talk about how she felt, because Eleven just wasn't someone who talked a whole lot in general. So it was kind of like they were jumping the gun on her like way too much. Especially that guy Lucas, man. Like, he really got on my nerves. I mean, he at the beginning of one episode though, he does redeem himself and he's like, you know what, 11, I'm sorry. I know he called you a traitor, but you're a real one. So it's like, all right. You know, it's cool, but you know, you were being a little annoying there in those in a couple episodes before that. So I can't let that slide. I can't let that slide. But I really just want to try to make sense of exactly what was happening in this, because I feel like they more or less figured out everything that was going on, except for Steve. I mean, like, I feel like they didn't fill in Steve soon enough. I do gotta say that, man. Like, Steve, you know, he became a real one, but it was a little too late, because, like, by the time they were fighting that shit, you know, he just came in too late, and they couldn't fill him in on anything. But, I mean, so, if I had this right, I think they were doing research on these people, or maybe just 11 in particular, who could do this psycho-telekinetic, whatever you call it, shit, and see if they could communicate with the Upside Down. So they were experimenting with that side of the world using 11, who I think is Terry Ives' daughter. I'm like 99% positive, but they never really like shed light on that. But I think she is, because Terry Ives was rumored to have those same exact powers, so it would kind of make sense. And plus, they said she had like a miscarriage, but it's possible it could have been covered up, like Hopper said. So I get the feeling that 11 is her daughter, who she thought was dead, but really isn't. But anyways, I mean, I think yeah, they're trying to use 11 to communicate with the other side, and the other side was basically this evil side that had the power to cross through these special portals and would take people based on if they had like blood on them from a cut or something, but only if they had blood on them. But it was only limited to like a certain area. So, and then basically just they had to get them out from there. And you know what I really love about this? It's just, I gotta say, Hopper was just the best character ever. He's just so cool, because he was really dedicated to learning about all of this shit. I mean, like, cops, you know, a lot of cops don't normally do that. They're not like passionate about like finding out what really happened. They just want to help where they can and just solve the case, you know? But he really went deep into that shit. I mean, he rebelled against those people hard. Another thing to add, I do gotta say, I wish Nancy could have gotten with Jonathan, though. You know, just because, you know, they had that different connection going. I mean, I thought maybe they could have had something, but I guess Steve was the real one for her, but oh well. I mean, they were quite a team, though, and they kicked that thing's ass. I just gotta say, like, that was one of the underrated part of that final episode that I think was underplayed, to say the least. Okay, so I do know that I did mention like a lot of things that I thought were kind of about this series, but those were kind of like minuscule things for the most part, except for that cliche shit that they did to Will when they captured him. But I gotta say, I mean, overall, I'd have to give this series a 9 out of 10. It was really good. I mean, given I've just gotten over watching 3 episodes in a row, so I'm kind of like worn out and tired of watching it now, but I just really wanted to finish the series today because I got so into it. But I mean, I did think it was good though. Despite all that happened, I mean, I just, I gotta say though, I just feel bad for Eleven though. I mean, yeah, she died because, it was like, giving up someone for the greater good, for the other's future. But, I mean, with all the shit she went through, I kind of wish in a way she could have just had, like, that family and just been appreciated more and just let people hear her voice and just, I don't know. I mean, I do gotta say about her though, like, I'm so glad that those a-holes didn't capture her again, and then that dude got bodied. I can't believe that he got his ass killed. He got his ass really killed. Like, oh my god, karma is a bitch for putting her through that. I mean, he wasn't all bad, but I mean, he had the intention of putting Eleven through that torture. I could tell, and he wanted. He was just trying to send 11 along with the rest of the group's fate down the wrong path because he wouldn't be helping towards getting Will at all. He was they were trying to suppress whatever they were trying to do. So I'm kind of glad in a way, like, a lot of them got killed and shit. Like, shit popped off in that moment. That was insane. But yeah, I think that's all I gotta say about this series. It was really good though. I really enjoyed the action. I enjoyed the character development. The story was all really good. I did like it. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video on my thoughts on Stranger Things. Hoping for season 2. I think I'm 99% positive they'll bring it back, so I'll definitely have to watch that as well. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.